Hello there everyone, Alexman here, and welcome to another Let's Play. And today, we've got a sort of a easy sort of Let's Play to get through today, and that is the Oregon Trail Remake. Yes, that is indeed, folks. This game was originally was remade by Gameloft, and it was on the Apple Store in 2021, and it was eventually ported to Steam and Switch in 2022. So, if you guys want to try out, again, this is a full-on remake of the 1990 version of the game, with all new mechanics and everything else entirely. So let's get things started, shall we? As you'll basically create a new save file and everything. So, as I stated before, this is a kind of like this is basically a mobile game ported to the PC. So a lot of stuff here kind of has the whole idea of sort of like a mobile game of sorts, but it's been developed in a way where it kind of makes it feel longer than normal. Now, again, normally this game was the original game was like 30 minutes long. This has kind of made it a little bit longer. So let's get into the schematics of this game here. There are multiple different modes to choose from. The prologue is going to tell you how to play the game, but I'll tell you that when we get into the Oregon Trail. But as you can see here, a lot of stuff you see are checkmarked related on you. The more stuff you play that's opposite of the Oregon Trail's initial run, the more stuff you can unlock, such as new items, new things to work with, and also new classes to pursue. Because this game kind of ports everything from Oregon Trail 1, Oregon Trail 2, and some form of Oregon Trail 3rd Edition to a certain degree in this. So let's see what the main Avenger gives us today. So this game is kind of different in a way. Unlike previous games, especially the first game of this one, that you could choose your party members, you know, and just their names and such and everything. This kind of takes the whole Oregon Trail 3rd Edition route, where basically characters are pre-selected and you have to choose them between their experiences. Now, there is 3 difficulties to consider. The mode we're playing here is always on adventure difficulty, but there's also a sightseer difficulty and a wagon leader difficulty, which means sightseer, not a lot of stuff is going to happen to you, and more animals will appear to collect for achievement ratings. But wagon leader is basically, how about you get hit with a truck every step of the way? Yeah, that's how that game runs. So we're going to basically play the adventure mode here, which is the easy, which I'd say is the most middle of the road of the bunch. And our objective is to reach Oregon with, and if you play this for the first time, you unlock a grandfather clock, which is an item you can purchase in the store. And let's say this game kind of has a unique art style to it. It's running on Unreal Engine 4, which is really shocking. So here's our route. We go from Independence to Oregon City. Now, if you beat the game once, you are allowed to start later on the trip on any of the forts you've come across at the cost of extra money charged to you. So, now you can say, well, why is this so long? Well, let's take a look and we'll start at Independence as we usually do. And, oh, I love the loading screen. The loading screen is representative of the 1984 version, the Apple II version, which coincides with why this game was released initially on Apple devices at first. Take a journey across 2,000 miles of plains, rivers, and mountains. If for some reason you don't survive, your wagon burns, or a thief steals your oxen, you run out of provisions, or you die of cholera, don't give up. Try it again and again and again. So, like I said, we have party members that we have to choose between different categories. Now, I have most of the character or most of the classes unlocked, but if you want to get some of these, like the mountain people or the carpenter, you have to play additional modes to unlock those particular traits. So we have 3 people to consider for our first section. We have to pick up to 4 people. So Cora is one of our person we can do. She's a mountain woman, which means she scouts and hunts. So she has better hunting skills than anything else, because you have to choose that these are all skills that these things are predetermined from the start. So that she's a mountain man, women are hardened explorers and home in the wild. She's witty, that means she's a chronic liar, featuring employing dishonesty and half-truths, but you know that because there are certain game mechanics in the world that you will have to convince people of trading better for haggling. And you have Brilliant, which understands the ways of the world and is a fast learner. That is not, of only one bad skill, that is actually not bad for her. Let's see, Lucy. Lucy is a carpenter. She adapts laborers, so it means she can repair a lot of stuff easier. She has a better chance of repairing if the wagon breaks down or not. Refined is kind of a mixed bag for me. Is used for finer things, means if something is basically rugged or something rips, like her shirt or something like that, she will basically ask some people, the party members, to basically fix my shirt now or something like that. She's used to finer things. Isabel is a farmer. Dispels of the land. Farmers have a wealth of knowledge about all manner of crops and animals. So if you want to find, if you have like finding crops on the world, then you can basically have her. Egotistical, self-obsessed to the point of damaging relationships, which means she's not good with people. Athletic, so she's healthy, strong, and enjoys for basically someone who's basically of senior age. She's pretty athletic. I think we'll choose the mountain woman, Cora, for our first adventure, and she comes with this item of her own, which is a hunting knife. This allows you to get pelts after killing an animal after hunting. I'll take her first. So we got 3 new characters to choose from for our second party. So we got Violet, who's a farmer. She's a hedonic and a slacker. She believes that the pursuit of pleasure is the most important thing in life, and she's a slacker, which means she's unwilling to put the effort into success. I don't really like that. Well, I'm glad I like farmers, but the slack ability is basically makes her not put enough effort as need be. Molly's a missionary. This is a missionary class. Sends in a religious expedition. Missionaries are experienced explorers and looking to spread a message. She's healthy and she's pessimistic. Thinks the glass is half empty and probably poisoned. So she really doesn't think positively about anything around her. And we have Amos as a prospector. This guy you really don't want to use on the Oregon Trail because there's really no. This guy is only good for, shall we say, when you go to the California Trail and do prospecting to get gold. That's exactly what this class is. So I don't know why he's actually here on this. It's kind of weird. So I think out of the 2, I think I'm going to go with Molly on this one. And we can change the characters' names if we want, if you really want to. So third party member, what we got? We have Mabel, which is an angler, which is really awesome. I actually like the anglers because they can do fishing a lot better. So passionate and skilled fishers. Anglers are skilled at finding the best fishing holes and basically have the best chance to get the most fish out of your buck. Messy hasn't bathed in weeks, but you know that she will have improper hygiene and is dim-witted, which means she has a hard time learning skills. So that's a 2-on-1 on that one. We have Lulu, which is a banker. Bankers are not rich because, again, you start off with a fixed money account for every game. So bankers are now stated as someone that can basically, haggle things better and get through with better wealth skills and such. She's funny, so she's good to keep morale going. And pessimistic, think the glass is half empty and probably poisoned. And we have another prospector, which we don't really use in the Oregon Trail. So I think out of the 2, while I do like the angler, the 2 other ones here are going to be kind of hard to recommend her. So I'm going to get Lulu. We're going to have an all-female cast this time around, I think. Alright, we have Guide. This is a new one you have to do after some time explanation. Guides are the vanguard of the trail. Guides are lone wolves accustomed to harsh conditions, but they know how to get around. They don't know how to get lost. Unfortunately, this guy has frail and weak prone to tiredness, which means his stamina will go down very fast and has a hard time learning new skills. You're supposed to be a guide and you have trouble with that. We have Trapper. Dexterous and cunning. Trappers make their living on the road, hunting. So basically, it's another version of the mountain woman or mountain man. Basically has better time of using traps. And basically you come up with traps starting off, which means you can collect more meat after hunting. She can charm people around her with charming ability, and she doesn't really have much of a problem, really. Let's see, David, angler, brilliant, and he's paranoid, fear, and disturbing. Well, I think we'll go with Opal, because we're going a full female cast today. Because she has the best traits so far, so we'll give her. So we have our 4 people. I'm gonna keep the names as is for our adventure. And if we choose any more adventures afterwards, we can make new names and whatnot. So you can change your names if you want, but I think this is what we confirm our good party members are. Willie and Brilliant. I think the only 2 people we have a problem with is Pessimistic of Banker and our Missionary. Molly and Lulu are going to probably be our troublemakers for the run. Alright, so now with that out of the way, we can now get into the general store. This is basically generic between all forts. Now, unlike, say, Oregon Trail 2, where you could buy a pack, or basically a kit, you can basically get your stuff started off and everything else. pretty easy. Or you can basically do it on your own if you so choose. So the Greenhorns kit basically gives you flour, bullets, clothes, coffee, medicine, and toolboxes. The Hunter, basically this is something after you unlock other stuff like the Angler stuff you unlock later on. The most expensive of the bunch, but this is for Hunters. You get more bullets, more clothing, coffee, medicine, toolbox, and 200 meat from the get-go. If you get the Fisher's kit, you get a different wagon. You get 50 bait, so you can use that automatically. I think since we don't have much of an angler, I think we'll go with the we'll go with this. We'll go with the Greenhorns kit. I think that's just the middle of the road thing after all. We'll add the kit to it. And so now we've added the kit, but now we can add more things to the mix. So let's keep shopping. So you could start off with a different wagon if you so choose. And each wagon has a better inventory than normal. So we have this one here. We can get customizable ones of bigger sizes. We don't have enough money to get the Condola wagon, Condusted wagon, which is the biggest of the bunch, thanks to our kit we bought. So, but we can do kind of like this one here, the 250 one, which has a lot more space. And it has a little bit more durability, because the durability will go down over time. I think we will select that one. I think, is that the wagon we're going to use? So that gives us a little... I think that's what we're using. We'd like to move to it if possible. I think that's the one. Oh, that's the one we are using. We are using this wagon. We are using this one. But you could go for the Win one, which gives you that inventory, but also means you don't have to use any oxen. So it's actually kind of a cool thing. You unlock this one throughout the trail, too. And you unlock more wagons as you play along through the adventure. But we got this one we're going to start with. So we got some food. We got 175 pounds of food, but I'm going to buy an additional meat. Let's see, we got parts. Let's see, our wagon right now has toolboxes to use for fixing, but that's not going to last us very long. So I think if we just get tongues, I think we're going to be fine, because these are expensive, and also they use less inventory space. So I will add that to the wagon. You have miscellaneous, which is all the stuff that you can get through this through the story and through characters as well. Like I said, hunting art, this basically helps out getting more pelts out, and it has worn down after a couple of uses. Bait allows you to attract fish better. Harmonica basically increases party morale. Coffee beans increase stamina. Buying more clothes. I will buy another set of clothes though, because we're definitely going to need those, because characters have hygiene issues sometimes, and so this will actually help keeping that stat going up. Then you have composure. These over here are all kind of skill-based stuff, such as, you know, a composure skill, a character or wayfinding skill, so you don't get lost too easily. And also this. This is a pretty good one right here. You unlock this late in the game, which allows you to get at least to reveal the waypoints. But I think it'd be good if we just know what we're going for. So let's go with our wagon. That's all the stuff we've got. We got plenty of food. We've got clothing to handle. We got two sets of clothing. That's pretty good. We got some bullets. We're gonna get our coffee beans. We got this we can use on our characters right now in the moment, and we got at least now some tongues to fix out some stuff, because we can use this to alongside a toolbox to fix a wagon if we need to. All right, let's get ourselves. Let's pay now. Let's get out of this store. So we're back at Independence. We can start talking to people starting off. And also all these quests repeat themselves each time. So if you want to talk, if you have missed a quest or something along the line, then you can talk to them. But no, if you want to, you want to. But this is just to help out with character story progression and whatnot. Okay, we'll do this one. Douglas. We'll talk to Douglas because he has a quest for us. Greetings, fellow travelers. Are you headed to Oregon too? It's been quite a journey already, hasn't it? And it's meant to get harder from here. Perhaps you can help me out. I met this woman here. She left with her family heading to Oregon and very much wish to see her again. Ava was her name. You haven't met her, have you? Who is Ava? Oh, she's incredible. Radiant as the sun herself and twice as bright. The most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Friend, can I call you that, yes? You must help me find her. Please, if you run to Ava anywhere on the trail, tell her about me. Tell her Douglas, that's me, will meet her at Fort Laramie. Agreed to assist. Thank you, my friend. It must have been fate for me to be lucky to have someone so kind. I hope to see you again. And we have our quests. So you can find quests along the route if you so choose. So let's see, we're done here. Trading. Trading will allow you to trade supplies with other failed people around you for a particular cost. So you're going to have to figure out, or even if you have a better haggling skill, please do so, because that actually makes the price a little better. Store we have already seen. Services we'll get to in a moment. Well, okay, so services is basically help you to get back your wagon conditions, your health, and your hygiene. The railroad worker is actually a part of a quest line that you can do for weekly challenges. So you can buy bonds and whatnot. It's basically a way to see which the railways actually get to prominence point before the week's up. So let's depart. We spent enough time in Independence. It's time to move on. And again, I'll tell you right now, the art style is fantastic. Though I do say that the sprite work kind of clashes with the 3D environment in the background. Alright, so our first leg of our journey, leg of 5. Yes, there are 5 legs of this. So we have to choose our destination. We have to go to the Kansas River crossing first. And we have to, basically, this gives you a reason of basic learning experience before it. Tell you how far away it is. And basically a couple of route challenges. If you avoid contacting cholera, you get a special composure item for yourself. And if you reach the settlement in 9 days, you get money. So let's see how we keep ourselves going. So I want to keep ourselves on feeling on rations, so we want to be at a steady pace. That means our time of arrival is in 3 days, as well as we're going to eat food like constantly to keep ourselves up. Because if we keep our rations up, morale stays the same. And if we have a steady pace, it means stamina can come back after a while. But as you can see here, it's not as simple as A to B. We have to choose whatever we want to go, and we don't know exactly what we're doing. So I say we'll go with this one. An undiscovered locale, we'll see what this gives us. I have no idea what this is. As morning breaks in Independence, our intrepid travelers take the first steps on the Oregon Trail. Spirits are high, everyone's in peak physical condition, the wagon is stocked and the party is filled with verve and vigor. And it tells you exactly how far away you are, and I'll tell you this right now, if you do not hear music in the initial stream, the music is kind of copyrighted, so I had to remove it to basically get this game to run well, unfortunately. An infernal whirling fills the air. Swarms of mosquitoes plague the party, borne on the wind from the nearby water. They assault any exposed skin, covering the party in itchy bites. We lost some hygiene. So if we lost some hygiene, we can go into our clothing here. We have to use up a set of clothing for this. Because if so we have 4 things to consider. We have health, morale, stamina, and hygiene. These things will actually go down depending on what happens with the adventure in hand. But since Cora got hit, I'm going to use clothing on her to keep her morale or hygiene up a little bit. And we'll keep that going from there. And you'll see how time your day has passed and what time is going down. So what you see right there are creatures in front of you. You can click on these and actually have get these experience points for basically to level up and everything after the game is over. Hunting is ideally suited to those who have spent time in the wilderness. Requires keen shooting skill and the ability to track prey through challenging environments. Those with low stamina will be able to carry much back with meat. So the more stamina you have with the party at the moment, the more meat you can bring back. That makes a lot more sense than say, oh, you hunted 200 pounds, but you can only take 100 pounds back. We'll give Cora that, because Cora's the only one who knows how to fight. Well, Opal knows how to hunt well, but Cora's a mountain woman. And she already has 3 skill to her measure, to her hunting skill, so she can actually do a lot better killing and whatnot. So, with this in tow, the hunting minigame is exactly from the original game. You have to use the arrow keys to move around, and use the spacebar or the mouse button to click. Some animals will die easier to 1 bullet, while some like bison will take multiple 2 shots. Bears, for some reason, takes 3. If you find the bears, anyway. Oh, I actually got the guy off screen. I got the elk off screen. Goodness. I'll take you. There we go. And fire. Oh, I didn't get that one. Dang, I wasted some bullets. So the hunt's complete. Now you have about 30 seconds to complete this, and you get all this food, and you get also the fact you need to get pelts. Pelts are essential. Pelts allow you to help you across rivers and whatnot. That's what it is. It also can be traded for other goods too. 60 pounds of food was brought back. We used 1 trap, so we got plus 30 meat thanks to the trap we had, thanks to our trapper. And now we're going to obtain pelts. Should we use a knife? If you use a knife, you currently will get more pelts out of the animals you use. So we got 6 pelts out of it. There we go. Alright, where are we going next? Up or south? Doesn't matter where we go. We'll go this way to make it easier on us. And see, with our steady pace right now, we get our stamina back from what we used. So that's good. And I'll tell you, this game looks gorgeous. Like, look at that sun. This was made for a mobile device. And now it looks... Oh, no! Tripping over a small bump on the rough ground, Opal finds herself in the dust. A little sore, she picks herself up and keeps walking. Opal has lost 1 health. Now, you could click on these animals if you wish, but there is an option in the game. Oh! The party's at a complete loss for words. It's not every day that a man falls from the sky. Regardless, the responsible thing might do to offer assistance, so assuming he survived the fall. These quests happen every time you play the game, if you so choose. Oh, concerning it all! Looks like I've run out of steam again. I knew those Indians were nothing but trouble. The strange man dusts himself off. Excuse me, but what are my matters? My name is Samuel Peppard, and I thank you kindly for your help just now. What you just witnessed was my latest invention, a flying machine, though I admit it is something of a work in progress. All that is missing is the right source of power. Steam engines, modern though they may be, but simply not up to the task. Samuel Peppard strokes his chin in thought. Ah, marvelous idea, why not? Oh, you shall quite be impressed. I have studied the work of Sir George Cadillac, an English inventor who has already built a working heavier-than-air glider. It's only a matter of time before humanity achieves the dream of powered flight. My dream is that an American will be the first to make such a flight. Indeed, if the winds are favorable, I see no reason why it shouldn't be me. Samuel Peppard looks very excited. It was a pleasure to meet you. Perhaps we'll meet each other again. After all, who knows what the future holds? I shall endeavor to spy you from above. So we might be seeing this guy later. I was gonna say, man, the game looks so gorgeous, though. It looks so beautiful. Oh boy. Hunting is ideal, and I don't think we need to hunt. You could hunt if you wish, but food is going to be kind of strenuous a little bit because we don't have much room to hold stuff in. And, I mean, it's a double-edged sword. You want to hunt not just for the food, but you also want to hunt just because you want to get those pelts. Sure, why, we'll do it. Cora, go out and find. Go out and hunt again. Alrighty, let's see what we get, folks, with the hunting again. We got a lot of buffalo. So they take 2 bullets to take down, which is very unfortunate. Again, you lose bullets every time you shoot. You know, you have a limited supply. Now, if you do end up going to a hunting patch that does not have any, if you have no bullets to use, if you get to a hunting patch, you automatically just pick up some berries to make sure that your kind of ordeal thing is not completely lost. I'll keep like that right there. Hunt's completed! 100 point of food, let's go! And core stamina goes down by 1. A successful hunt, Cora revives, carries all 140 pounds of meat back to storage. She collected all that back. And we get plus 30 meat for that trap. We got a lot of food in our, and we're gonna take those pelts. Yes, I'm gonna definitely need those pelts. Through her skillfully use the knife, Cora salvaged some pallets. Unfortunately, the process dulls the knife. And now we got a problem. Inventory is overloaded. We have too much in stow. This is what will happen if you have too much stuff intact. So we're gonna put that right there. I'm gonna use this right now. And we don't know what these characters have in charisma or in composure, but I think Molly should have this, since she is the religious one. And so now our inventory is full. We really can't fit anything big on us right now, so we gotta have to worry about this afterwards.